And the upper right, folks, in the red, newly, of whatever that new team is, the Kaizi TPG, it's Cure. And the bottom left in the blue, he's a barcode, but you know him, it's herO. Do I have a quick and easy? Don't have a quick and easy barcode cover. And I hate it. It makes me so sad when players do this. Because what it means is that my tools all break, so we can't have like player expected head-to-heads and things like that. But we do have this. At the very least, we can take a look at players' perspectives, but the whole Eligulac pulling, it doesn't really work when it's all barcodes all the way down. Although we roughly know what the barcode is for herO. We know it because the game extracts it. How about that? There are no I's, no bars, just L's, because folks, using a barcode is an L. I mean, I understand why pro players do it, but even still, I can understand it and also not be the biggest fan of it. Regardless, island on the map here. herO, well, it's herO. He is the master of disaster, and we're gonna have to see exactly what type of shenaniganry he has in store for us here in the first game of the series. And while technically these players are teammates, right? This is a team kill. Not quite like that. This new team coming together was the product of a month. Like, it was announced earlier this. Actually, it was announced. It might have even been announced today. So it's not like herO and Cure play together, have been playing together and scrimming for like the last 3 months, so they know what's happening. And well, it's a proxy Stargate. It's not the hardest thing to figure out, but regardless, you're gonna have to work a second on it. But this is a 3-1-1, and if you talk about builds that counter each other really well, let me tell you a story of having a ton of Marines. Oracles, they shoot down fairly well, but they do not tank damage super well. So these Marines, they are going to be able to theoretically kill the Oracles fairly nicely, and also just run across the map and kill all the units. Was that Artosa? Yeah. In honor of the fact that Artosis has been casting EPTNA for the last little bit of time. But anyways, Oracle's about halfway done. Kier's going to run backwards. He was looking to catch an Adept on the map. That's not going to happen because Kier is being rather conservative with his Adept play right now, just keeping them at home defensively. Here comes the Oracle in the main, and folks, Marines are in the natural. It's not like there's a Widowmine or something, and so if herO can... The flip side of this, if herO can kind of swing this into a really nice position, oh, well, he's not going to be able to do it now. That Oracle gets down to 10 HP, plays Ring Around the Rosie, but that's not going to kill anything. You need 3 Oracles to kill SCVs quickly anyways, but regardless, it's not going to kill anything. Like, it's solo. If it was any more solo, its name would be Han, and it would be it would be needlessly dead in a movie because an actor wanted to get out of a franchise. Or something like that. Anyways, Oracle is not going to have much of an avenue to get anything done. And for now, that's really all that herO's really going to worry about. So Blink is halfway done. He's got a pylon, or he's got a gateway on the map here. So it seems like he may be looking for Kier to move out and then warp in a couple units behind and go for some level of harass. But for now, Oracle is going to just dive in the natural. It's actually going to get an STV. Well done. Like, that's unexpected. And the missile turret's actually poorly placed. It's not really guarding the production super well, as a stasis trap is going to get one worker because Kier hides his SCV in the gas. Well done, Kier. But Kier is aware of at least some of the potentials of the swing back, so his stim is done. Combat shields are done. He's running across the map, and what does herO have? 7 stalkers, 2 adepts. And Kier is actually, well, I'm not going to say he's wasted time, but he's taking a lot of time here where he could be rallying across because he wants this army to be together. He understands that most likely herO will not be able to fight his army straight up. Instead, he needs to fight well, he's not going to want to fight his army straight up. He's going to try to cut things off. So now, as the army finds its way in, we're going to see shield battery dead immediately. Stalkers coming from the backside looking for the flank. And it's all about buying time, waiting for these stims to get kited on out. But that is 9-10 workers hitting the deck. There's only so far you can run. One Marauder gets low, but it's not going to fall just yet. And now, is there going to be another stim? Not just yet. This army feels destined to die, but you're just trying to trade as well as you can if you are here. So Stalkers, they're blinking backwards. herO really with dazzling micro. But he's still lost 9 workers. The Stalkers blinking on top. The army is dead, but it's 9 dead probes. And that's something. But now, can herO go on the counterattack? Can he find the value that he lost? Because, well, I mean, that's a lot of bio that just died. 19 Marines, 4 Marauders. Oh, the Oracle died sometime too, I guess, while we were dealing with all this. But here come the Stalkers. An Adept is going to shade forward, looking for tanks, really. Looking for any sort of next level of... well, looking for some sort of next level of tech, but he's not going to find it. The bunker's going to fall down, and now hero's got a lot of blink Stalkers. And remember, he has that gateway on the left side. You can warp in more, so SCVs are starting to fall. Marauders fall here. And there are no medevacs. There is a starport, sure, but it's medevacs are on the way just now, and Kyr's going to lose his third base. All of a sudden, we're looking at this position where it did not feel good for herO in the slightest. He's going to blink on top of the tank. The tank goes down, and now he's just targeting Marauders down. One's going to fall, second one's going to go down. SCVs are going to get pulled, and that's actually a lot of damage here. herO needs to blink backwards, but there is, again, no medevac play, so every stim is damage done. And now, well, the Marines, they have to run up on the high ground. Medevac's ready now, but there's only one of them. Here doesn't have the time to get himself some sort of reactor, so the ability to build the medevacs that he needs, so SCVs continue to fall. More Stalkers are warping in even further forward here. And yes, there's a tank, but that's going to be what these Zealots are for. You tank a shot or two. The tank shoots off, and then you blink right on top. herO does have a third base on the way, of course, but I'm not sure he's going to need it. There we go. Stalkers blink on forward. The tank is going to finally go down. It took a second. And actually, well, herO is not target firing super well. He lost a lot of those Stalkers. And all of a sudden, well, maybe not. Maybe herO in interviews has said that he has a sickness for aggression. It's just something that cannot be cured. Well, we're kind of seeing that here. Feels like maybe a contain, maybe some better target fire to be totally fair. But just contain would be enough to win him this game. But instead, he blinks forward and loses 23 Stalkers over the last minute or so. That is... Dear viewer, that is expensive. Wow, why am I just... apparently I'm in a paraphrasing Jane Austen type of mood today. Sorry about that, folks. Can't explain it. But anyways. A charge is now done. The next level of tech is ready for herO in this game, but he does not have a forge. You know, he's only just now getting on 3 bases, as Marines are going to stim at the left side, find a couple of Stalkers. But all of a sudden, we go from this position where it's actually fairly nice for the Broadus player. Again, lots of damage, not losing too many army supplies, saying somewhat equal to herO down 26 army supply. And it's not like he has Colossus on the way, Disruptor, some sort of force multiplier. So he's going to lose this pylon on the map, losing a gateway, losing a shield battery, or losing a gateway, losing a warp gate, excuse me. And now what's herO doing? It seems like he's kind of, again, in the situation where he doesn't want to fight his opponent's army. Instead, he's going for the counterattack. Widowmines are just going to get blinked upon. One's going to fall, second one goes down. Into the main base, the army tries to go, and, well, the army just sits on top of the supply depot, so, well, there's no way to stop that from happening. SCVs are going to have to get pulled, but we don't have anything that deals with SCVs fairly... Funnily enough, I guess there are a couple more Zealots than I thought there were, but Carpet Bomb on the army here. Zealots coming from the backside, but it feels like herO is just going to lose too much once again. Yeah, he got 13 SCVs, but he's still down 30-40 army supply. It's the army that scares me right now. It's not the economic damage. Kyr has mules. And Kyr's up triple the army supply at this point. herO tried to go for the counterattack. He did force Kyr's army back, to be fair. But how does he fight this now? Like, how does he contend with this great big buyer army with 18 Zealots? And a good majority of them on the other side. They're just getting cleaned up by the reinforcements. Okay, the Zealot's now going to run in. We're going to see one Widow Mine will go down. Actually, second one gets target down as well. Very nice. But the tanks are doing a great job. Yeah, there's just, how do you get through this wall? The tanks are just going to get massive shots over and over and over again. And now Cure realizes that there is no way herO has anything at home. Not with this many Zealots on the other side. So he's going to stim right on into the natural. And that's where things, they get rather complicated indeed. So we got armies on either side. Zealots on the north side, Stalkers as well. Meanwhile, on the bottom left, sorry, there we go. On the bottom left, the natural will fall, and herO trying to counterattack as much as possible. Does not matter. Cure takes game 1. In the upper left, he's down a game in this series, just maybe trying to be a little bit too YOLO. It's herO. And the bottom right in the red, up a game, just holding on and holding on and holding on. Well, I guess after he got a bunch of damage on the other side of the map, it is Cure. So game number 1, we saw herO. He proxied a Stargate, got nothing done because it was a 3-1-1. Then went into a bunch of other stuff, right? He went heavy aggression, heavy Twilight, really no tech transition for the most part. And it didn't really work. He got enough damage done. And I'm sorry, I believe in the previous game I was talking about how herO and Cure were on the same team. That is not correct. They used to be. But instead, actually, the difference here is that Cure is on the revived Team NV. Team NV is weird, right? Because, what was it? Like, shortly after Katowice last year, they said, you know what? We're releasing our team. Our owner can't afford it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then it comes out that they are, maybe those more mid-year. And then it comes out that they are supporting their players pretty much as long as they were on the team. Their contracts were, I think, through Katowice of this year. But they just kind of stayed on Team NV, although I think the clan was renamed to Club NV, even though they were still paying for the players. As the Reaper plays Ring Around the Rosie. Look at that, just trying to send the dead in the line of sight blocker, and well, eventually it's going to be an Adept that's going to take over, so the Reaper has to run away. But that was cute. But what this did do is it bought just enough time that the bunker completed, so the Adept is not really going to be, it's not going to be able to deny the SCV, and it denies mining a little bit, but yeah, the SCV is going to take a shot. Now the Marines and the Reaper, they will arrive, so this Adept has to run away, and that's going to do it. So for now, Adepts are going to run away, and Marines are going to be able to force it back. So Cure gets away with his greed, if we want to call it that. It's going to be a robo opening coming in from herO in this game. This is something he's been experimenting with a little bit more over the last, we'll call it 3 months, 3-4 months, where he gets a quick robo, he gets a Warp Prism, and he just kind of stays on, there we go, stays on like 2 or 3 gateways as the Reaper runs in the main. But he has a relatively low base count, or gateway count. He takes his 3rd base at a decent time. But it's just a Warp Prism to harass. You know, you take advantage of the fact that you can kind of blink micro effectively off a Warp Prism. You can get over cliffs, and the whole goal is to make the Terran's life difficult, to try to take advantage of just how high APM herO tends to be. Although we're not seeing that just yet. So what do we got in the Warp Prism? You know, it's 4 Stalkers in a Warp Prism that one-shots SCVs. Adept gets in the main base, gets a full scat of everything, and SCVs have to get pulled. A little bit of mining time lost. So really, it's all about this Warp Prism, buying time for herO. Because while it's not the biggest commitment, right? You're going to get the robo anyways. You're going to get the Warp Prism anyways. It means that there's no detection. And you are, of course, delaying your tech just a little bit. But the Stalkers will arrive, and the Marines are just not in the numbers that they need just yet. So SCVs are going to have to get pulled off the line. 4 workers will fall to start the Stalkers. Well, they're just effectively blinking away Just a little bit more. 6 workers go down, and well, that's gonna be enough for right now. Hero's gonna be very happy with that. That wouldn't mind dropping the main base, though, is going. Oh, he gets downtown. 8 probes go down, and all of a sudden, well, it doesn't matter. The damage that herO got is not nearly as relevant because, well, first of all, herO took more worker damage, and mules are a thing. If we're talking about 5 minutes in, the Protoss and the Terran both take 3 workers of damage, you'd much rather be the Terran. So hero's now down a worker. I thought he had the pull. I thought he had a pull on that. I thought he was safe, but he was not. But okay. herO continues to try to find a little bit more damage. Stalker's on the right side. Again, no tanks, nothing like that. It's just bio, which don't fight that super well. All things considered, so equivalent damage at this point. Probes are going to get pulled, but again, the Widowmine targeted. Okay, it's only 3 probes this time. That could have been much more. Cure had the opportunity to target that clump down. Regardless, every time Cure takes damage, he does a little bit more. And now the Stalkers are active on the map. We have Stim. It's not done yet. 2 tanks on the map, 1 in the natural, 1 in the main. herO kind of feels all in. Yes, he's building more probes, but he does not have a 3rd base. His blink is not yet done. And in fact, we're going to see this observer. It's not going to go down, but it will be shoot away. So it's going to be a little bit harder for herO to know exactly where he needs to blink in the main base, where his opponent's army is, so he can react to it properly. And again, while it's only 2 tanks for the moment, I do think I would like to see a 3rd out for Cure at this point. Cure's Stim is 2/3 of the way done. Combat shields will be done in the next 30 seconds or so as well. It's a very thin window that herO has to be able to try to break his opponent, but he's warping in so many Stalkers. I mean, he is truly all in. The Zealot tanking everything as the Stalkers, they get on top of the tank to start. Well, whatever. Auto turret, there we go, is going to get dropped. And I mean, they do good damage, but they die so quickly here. And folks, Stim is not done. So, well, where is the tank? It's not repositioning just yet. SCV is going to get pulled. 3-4 workers go down. And at least the Observer is dying. That's something. But this Raven is kind of useless. Tank on the ramp now. That's going to be a little bit more. But there are so many Stalkers here. This is really starting to be a problem. But Stim is done. Combat shield's done in 10 seconds. +1 may just be denied. But what we're looking at... Okay, Widowmines running forward. Carpet bombing, maybe. And now well, okay, you could have killed the Warp Prism. Warp Prism is gonna get, oh, there we go, Stalkers, they blink on top. And the Widowmine shots, they go little on the army. How much damage here is Cure gonna have? In fact, he's gonna get a lot. The tank doesn't go down. There was no high ground vision because the Warp Prism fell. And yes, 19 workers have hit the deck, but that was a miraculous fight there from Cure. And that kind of equalizes. He's down 10 workers, but he's got mules, who cares? His opponent's all in. Friendly fire was not enough. Not at all. And now hero's going to go again. He's got another Warp Prism on the way, but we're not looking at that big supply advantage anymore. Missile turrets on the way. Just a little bit more of something. And again, folks, it's combat shields. It's Stim. +1 wasn't touched. It's still there. I mean, it took some damage, but it didn't really matter. And oh, no, herO is going to take more damage from the Widowmines. And this is going to kill off the mineral line. 10 more workers go down. Everything herO, every advantage he had. Well, he was all in once. He got some level of commensurate damage, but he's going all in again. And this time, Warp Prism in the main base. Stalkers on the natural. Is this going to be enough? SCV is preemptively pulled. Zealot's trying to get on top of the tank, and it will go down. Stalkers blink on top of it as well. But the bio with Stim is just shredding everything here. Warp Prism can't get too far forward because, again, there's that preemptive missile turret. So the Stalkers, they run away. Cure loses army. Cure loses workers. Sure, who cares? This army is double what his opponent has. Widowmines in the main base once again. 9 more SCV or 9 more probes fall. Every time herO does something, he's not paying attention on the other side. Cure is. And it's a scrappy game to be sure, but it's a scrappy game that it feels like Cure is just further and further just getting the advantage in over and over again. And we're seeing this right now. I mean, look at the economy. Another Widow. I can't believe Cure keeps getting these out. It's still, Cure is just, he's not pulling again. 8 more workers go down. I can't believe he keeps getting away with it. This is the third, it's like 40 probes dying to Widow Mines. And again, hero's going to try to blink in. But, I mean, the force fields are nice, but they're fighting against him because the Zealots are all going, well, doesn't matter, I guess, because the Zealots are down, but that's a nice concave that Kira has set up for himself. He's up double the army supply. Stalkers, yes, they get the warp prism or the missile turret. That's nice, and SCVs are going to have to repair this orbital. But I mean, eventually the army is just going to get a little bit too army already is a little bit too powerful. And hero's just not able to get the damage he does. Oh no, more Widow Mines. Hero's on 17 probes. He can't afford to take this damage, but he will regardless. 7 more workers go down, and hero's all into all hell. If he makes this happen, maybe it's going to work, but it's not. 20 army supply up, everything else. Kira takes the 2-0. And hero just a little sloppy.